Football Dad's Army, talking top six, the show where I give my thoughts on the top six teams in the Premier League. Let's get into it. So on Saturday, Man City started the day with a brilliant win over Liverpool 4-1, which puts the pressure on Arsenal and cutting their 8-point lead to 5. So then Arsenal knew what they had to do. So Arsenal had to entertain Leeds, and what did they do? They messed about really for the first half, but in the second half it was a sublime performance, and they hit back and matched Man City's score 4-1 against Leeds, and they go back to 8 points clear. But don't forget that game in hand that Man City have got will if they win that game in hand, it will cut that lead to 5 points. Then don't forget, Arsenal will have to play Man City, and if they win that game, it's then 2 points. So there could be a very fast turnaround there in the next few weeks, and it could go to the wire, this title race. Even though it looks good for Arsenal at the moment, it still could go to the wire. And 2 points is not a lot. It's one draw because they've got a superior goal difference and they win, they go above, or a slip up from us and they win because they're on fire. Man City, make no mistake, they are coming into fruition. They always finish the season very, very well, and they are, and they was brilliant on Saturday. I've got to say, I watched the game. Jack Grealish run the show. He run that show, and he's now, since he's been playing very regular at Man City. I know he didn't start when he first went there. He wasn't really getting into the team on a regular basis, but he has been in recent weeks. And he's looking deadly. He's looking deadly, old Jack Grealish there. So we also got to look into Chelsea. Now, Chelsea are right down there in 11th place at the minute, and they've only got 39 points from their 29 games. That's a terrible, terrible season for Chelsea, and because of that, obviously, they've sacked Graham Potter. So Chelsea are not going to get into the top six. So, I mean, I don't know if we should really be talking too much about Chelsea, but it's a shame really, because they're a London club, and I do like Chelsea as a team. Much prefer Chelsea to Spurs, obviously, but Spurs also sacking their manager Conte, and they're not. They played. I think they played on, was it Sunday they played, and it was 1-1 with Everton. At Everton, I can't really say too much about that because Everton did beat Arsenal when they got their new manager, Sean Dyche. So I'm not really going to slag Tottenham off too much for that, but I will say something about Harry Kane going down like he'd been hit with a sledgehammer, and it was ridiculous the way he went down. All right, Decore, he deserved to get sent off, but Harry Kane going down like that is like, he's England captain, mate. You got to have some. You didn't have to go down like that. He would have got sent off regardless. Let's have a look down the list here. What we got? I think that was that game. Sorry, that game was, it wasn't on Sunday, was it? The game on Sunday was the Newcastle beating Man United 2-0, which was, again, another poor performance from Man United. Man United losing that game 2-0. Newcastle look good. They're having a little bounce now. They're in third place on 50 points. They've still got 2 games in hand over Arsenal. But that's not really going to affect Arsenal. But Arsenal have got to play them. But it's not really going to affect Arsenal. But what it does mean is they've only played 27 games, and Spurs have played 29 games, the same as Arsenal. So this is week 29, by the way. And the 29 games Spurs have played, they're on the same points as Newcastle. Newcastle are in, one space above them in third. So it looks like to me that Newcastle will finish in the top 4, and Spurs will be fighting it out with Man United. I don't think Liverpool have been very, very poor as well, drawing 0-0 last night with Chelsea, and also that defeat to City on Saturday afternoon, the early kick-off, the 4-1. They look like they give up in that game. Hopefully they give up in the Arsenal game, which we play on Sunday. Which means they would have had a really tough week playing Man City away, then playing Chelsea away, and then Anfield to Arsenal. They would be at home to Arsenal, wouldn't they? Arsenal ain't won at Anfield since, I don't know, I think it's been about 10 years. Arsenal ain't won at Anfield, so but the way Liverpool are playing, I'm quietly confident we can get at least a draw at Anfield, and that will be a good result for us. I don't make no mistake about that. A defeat can't happen. So worst ways, we need to get at least a draw up there to keep our push running and to keep the pressure on Man City. Now, today's games, hang on, have I gone through all that top six? Yep. Oh yeah, Chelsea lost as well. Chelsea lost to Villa. Chelsea lost to Villa over the weekend as well. So that really put the nail in the coffin for Potter. But obviously, it's confusing when there's so many games, because there's been games like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yesterday. There's games today. There's 2 games today as well. Man United at home to Brentford and West Ham at home to Newcastle. And Newcastle could go and play one of their games in hands over Spurs and move on to 53 points and secure that third spot outright. So I love to know what everybody else out there thinks about what's going on this season. It's been a bit of a mad season, I think, and you know, it's people are saying that you know, because it's been a bit of a mad season, that's the only reason why Arsenal are top of the league. But I beg to differ, because we've got the amount of points tally we've got now. We're on 72 points after 29 games. That points tally there is, you know, on par with some of the best seasons that teams, Man City even, have when they've won the league. We're running on par with the form of what other teams have won the league with. It's not like a mad season, like, for example, when Leicester won it. It was a lot less points. I think it wasn't many more points than we've got right now when Leicester won the season. So Leicester won the league. So I'm not 100% on that, though. I'll have to check that. I should have checked it before I said it, actually, but I'm sure there wasn't on something. Sure there wasn't on many more points than 72. Like, there probably was on around about maybe 82, you know, winning the league, something like that. I mean, the best season was the Centurion season for Man City when they got 100 points. But if we win every game now, we'd be 99, so that'll only be a point behind. So I can't understand why most of the haters are slagging off Arsenal's season still, and saying that this is, regardless if we win the Premier League or not, this has been a good season for Arsenal. I mean, if you're looking back over the last couple of years, when we finished like 5th last season, but it was 8th and 8th before that under Arteta, and this season it's all sort of knitted together and gelled. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I know this has been this is a new. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to get some long form content on the channel. I'm looking to do a talking top 6 show every week. But I'm just testing it out for now, see how it goes. If I get enough interest, enough views, I'll do some more shows. Cheers, guys. I'll see you next week.